Hello everyone, it's Brown here, Pixel Killer, and today we're doing the history of the Armalite AR-7 rifle. The Armalite AR-7 Explorer is a semi-automatic firearm in a .22 long rifle caliber developed from the AR-5 that was adopted by the U.S. Air Force as a pilot and aircrew survival weapon. The AR-7 was adopted and modified by the Israel Air Force as an aircrew survival weapon. The AR-7 was designed by American firearms designer Eugene Stoner, who is most associated with the development of the AR-15 rifle that was adopted by the U.S. military as the M16. The civilian AR-7's intended markets today are backpackers and other recreational users as a takedown utility rifle. The AR-7 is often recommended for use by outdoor users of recreational vehicles, automobiles, airplanes, boats, who might have need for a weapon for foraging or defense who might need a weapon for foraging or defense in a wilderness emergency. The prototype of what would become the AR-7 was designed by Eugene Stoner at Armalite Inc., a division of Fairchild Aircraft. The rifle shares some of the features as the bolt-action AR-5. Another rifle designed by Stoner for Armalite was adopted by the U.S. Air Force in 1956 as the MA-1. The MA-1 was intended to replace the M4 survival rifle and the M6 aircrew survival weapon, which was a submerged twin-barrel rifle shotgun chambered in a .22 Hornet and .410 bore. Using a break-open action, the AR-5 had the advantage of repeat fire over the then standard M6. Using the same .22 cartridge, when the AR-5 was adopted by the MA-1, but was not replaced in issue due to the numbers of usable M4 and M6 survival weapons in USAF inventory, Armalite used the research and tooling for the AR-5 in developing the AR-7 for the civilian market. The AR-7 uses a black bow semi-automatic action in .22 long rifle. The AR-7 uses a blowback semi-automatic action in .22 long rifle, but retains the AR-5/MA-1 feature of storing the disassembled parts within the hollow stock, which is filled with plastic foam and capable of floating, like the bolt-action AR-5. The AR-7 was designed as a survival weapon for foraging small game for food. The AR-7 is constructed primarily of aluminum, with plastic for the stock, butt cap, and recoil spring guide. The bolt is steel. The original barrel was aluminum, using a rifled steel liner. Sorry, guys. Barrels of some production models have used all steel barrels. Others have used barrels out of composite materials. The AR-7 measures 35 inches overall when assembled. It assembles to 4 sections: the barrel, action, stock, and magazine, with 3 parts stored inside the plastic stock, measuring 16 inches long. The rifle weighs 2.5 pounds, light enough for convenient backpacking. The rear sight is a peep sight, which comes on a flat metal blade with an aperture. In later production, 2 different sizes apertures available by removing and flipping the rear sight, and it's adjustable for elevation up and down. The front sight is adjustable for windage, side to side. Accuracy is sufficient for hunting small game at ranges to 50 yards. Reliability of the AR-7 is highly dependent on the condition of the magazine and on the ammunition used, perhaps more so than the other models of the semi-automatic .22 caliber rifles. The feed wrap is part of the magazine and subject to damage from mishandling. Flat-nosed bullets tend to jam on the edge of the chamber of the barrel. The transition of cartridge from magazine to barrel can be smoothed by minor beveling of the chamber of the barrel, by using round-nosed as opposed to flat-nosed bullets by paying attention to condition of the fed lips, and fed ramp of round-nosed as opposed to flat-nosed bullets, and by paying attention to the condition. Oh, sorry guys. And feed ramp of the magazine. Later production magazines include a external wire spring to align the cartridge. Earlier magazines used 2 pinch marks at the top of the magazine body, which in use could become sprung open or worn. All iterations of the AR-7 from the Armalite to the Henry U.S. survival rifle use a bolt and dual recoil springs that are heavy compared to the most other .22 semi-automatics. The AR-7 requires high-velocity ammunition for reliable functioning. The manufacturers recommend use of 40-grain round-nosed bullets in high-velocity loadings. It is possible to manually load a single bullet into the firing chamber, allowing use of flat-nosed bullets or low-velocity or subsonic ammunition. The barrel takedown nut tends to loosen during the firing and may need hand tightening to maintain both accuracy and reliability. Armalite sold the design to Charter Arms in 1973, according to some accounts posted by enthusiasts. This is when quality began to deteriorate. Barrels were said to have a tendency to warp. Other sources state that the first production at Charter had problems which were corrected in later production runs. Alright, so these are the people who made it. There was Armalite from 1959 to 73. There was Charter Arms, 73 to 90. Survival Arms, Coco, and Florida, which is 1990 to 97. AR-7 Industries, LLC, Meridian, Connecticut, bought by Armalite in 2004, from 98 to 2004. The Henry European Arms Co., Brooklyn and New York, made until 2007, and Henry European Arms Co., B&E, New Jersey, 2007 to this very day. Hooray! How nice, everyone. Alright. We're actually already almost finished, which this is a pretty short video. It's like 5 minutes longer than the last one, which is 5 minutes, so yeah. The Armalite AR-7 Explorer. Armalite barrels had a steel liner and an aluminum shell. The Armalite stock did not accept the receiver with a magazine in place, and the gun was normally sold with one magazine. The receiver did not provide for a scope mount. The rear sight was a peep aperture, adjustable for elevation. The front sight was drift adjustable for windage. And that was the Armalite AR-7 Explorer. Next one is the Argentine variant. The AR-7 was also manufactured in Argentina as a Sistema de Armas, a .22 LR Fire de Brenta. It came with various barrel lengths, shrouds, and fixed rifle stocks, as well as pistol grips with retachable stocks. And now the Herter's Outdoor Supplied. Herter's, My Hunter, and American International Distributors marked .22 replicas of the Broom Handle Mauser as Bulu Mauser, Thomas machine gun as T-62 civilian self-defense model, and M1 carbine made on AR-7 receivers and barrels. The Charter Arms AR-7 Explorer. The Charter Arms AR-7 Explorer rifle basically replicated the Armalite AR-7 Explorer with variations in finish. The Charter Arms Explorer 2 pistol. Explorer 2 was a pistol version of the AR-7. It resembled a broom handle Mauser. The receiver had a built-in pistol grip with no provision from the rifle stock. The internal parts are interchangeable between rifle and pistol. The rear sight of the pistol was an open notch adjustable for windage and elevation. I can't speak. The Explorer's second front sight was integral with the barrel shell and was not adjustable. The magazine well in front of the trigger guard would accept any magazine designed for the rifle. A spare 8-round magazine could be carried inside the grip. The most common barrel was a 6 inches. Optional barrel lengths included 8 and 10 inches. The legal note. Because the U.S. 1934 NFA regulations set the minimum barrel length at 16 inches, the Charter Arms made the barrels of the Explorer 1 and Explorer 2 Charter Arms made the barrels of Explorer 1 and Explorer 2 pistol non-interchangeable to prevent installing the pistol barrel on the rifle. The AR-7 barrel was an alignment lug that mates a notch in the receiver. The rifle receiver notch and barrel lug are on top. The pistol notch and lug are broader and on the bottom. If a Charter Arms factory-made pistol barrel were installed on a rifle, the extractor on the bolt would be opposite the extractor slot in the barrel, preventing the bolt from closing. Plus, the front sight would be upside down. Modifying the pistol barrel to fit the rifle, or modifying the rifle receiver to accept the pistol barrel, would be making a short barrel rifle, legally requiring federal regularization on a ATF Form 1 with a payment of $200 tax. Conversely, after the Supreme Court ruling in the United States, Thompson/Center Arms Co. modifying the pistol to accept the rifle barrel and or stock, or modifying the rifle barrel stock to fit the pistol, is legal. So long as you do not have the rifle stock attached at the same time as the pistol barrel, it is legal as a pistol. To have the rifle barrel attached with the pistol grip, there is no federal maximum pistol barrel length. AR-7 Industries. AR-7 Industries made solid steel barrels much heavier than the AR-7 barrels by Armalite, Charter, or Henry. The Henry Survival Rifle. In 1980, the design and production rights passed on to Henry Repeating Arms, and the compact rifle was slightly revised. The AR-7 is now, 2015, known as the Henry U.S. Survival AR-7 rifle. An ABS material replaced the original stock plastic, which was prone to cracking and failure. The receiver recess in the Henry stock allows storage of receiver with a magazine in place, and the rifle is normally sold with 2 magazines. The latest versions of the Henry allow for storage of 3 magazines total, with 2 in the stock recess and 1 in the receiver. The modern Henry U.S. Survival Rifle is also water resistant. They now include a full Teflon coating on the outer surface, a 3/8 inches. Weaver tip-off mount rail milled into the top of the receiver for attaching a wide variety of optics is now a standard feature. Sorry, guys. The Israel Pilot's Survival Rifle. Another variant was made by Armalite and sold to the Israel military for use as a pilot aircrew survival weapons. The Israels further modified these rifles, adding a telescoping stock, a pistol grip from a FAL-type rifle, shortening the barrel to 13.5 inches, and adding a front sight based on the K98K Mauser. Hold up, isn't that German? Isn't that like an old World War II German gun? I'm not gonna lie, the Germans did have some pretty advanced stuff, though. The Panzer probably could beat a modern medium or light tank today, I'm not gonna lie. Especially them Tigers, man. That thing is like 3 inches of full-on armor. It's ridiculous. After Israel's service, some of these rifles were re-imported into the U.S. by Berkeley Trading Company. The barrels are marked with the BTC identification as required by U.S. laws on imported guns for sale on the civilian market, and command a premium along with collectors. In order to comply with U.S. federal law, a 3-inch muzzle brake had to be permanently attached in order to meet the minimum 16-inch barrel requirement. Operation. The AR-7 functions as a simple or plain blowback semi-automatic. The AR-7 is a light firearm with heavy bolt and twin recoil springs and must be firmly held for reliable blowback operation. The range safety issue. As is common with many blowback .22 rifles. The AR-7 bolt cannot be locked open to demonstrate the weapon is in a safe unloaded state. Firearms without a built-in bolt hold open device may be banned from use at some firing ranges. Other firing ranges operators allow use of an open bolt indicator to prop the bolt open so that the chamber is visible. The yellow plastic flag for CMP range use is recommended, or a spent cartridge. Case may be acceptable to indicate open bolt. Aftermarket modifications. The fact that both the barrel and stock are detachable has led to the plethora of aftermarket accessories, similar to those available for the Ruger 10-22 point barrel stocks and grips of varying finishes and utility. Can be added to the rifle. These include collapsible stocks, wireframe stocks, pistol grips, flash suppressors, shrouded barrels, high-capacity magazines, telescopic sights, reflex red dot sights, and other occasionally fanciful-looking hardware, some at a cost greater than the rifle itself. Such accessories often make it possible to use the original floating stock for storage of modified parts. The current Henry U.S. Survival AR-7 has a 3/8 scope sight rail integral with the receiver to accept standard Reaver-style tip-off rings. For earlier makes, B Square supplied the Charter Arms AR-7 Explorer scope mount base, an accessory bracket with a 3/8 rail, the base attached by the receiver side plate screw. The Charter Arms side plate is no longer than that of the Armalite. This base can be used on the Armalite and the Charter Arms Explorer rifles and the Charter Arms Explorer 2 pistol, however. With the base in place, the rifle receiver will no longer fit the recess in the stock storage. The base is not needed on the Henry version and will not fit the Henry receiver. Apart from the highly modified AR-7 Israel survival rifles, most AR-7 models lack provision for a carry sling. AR-7 owners have adapted slings designed for use on guns without modification, such as universal shotgun slings designed to cup the shotgun buttstock at the rear and clamp to the barrel or magazine tube at the front. Given the light weight of the AR-7, 2.5 pounds, a proper length of parachute cord with a slip knot at either end can be used as a sling or lanyard. And everyone, that is it. I do indeed you like this video. It is nearly 20 minutes, so yeah, the history for just one gun is pretty big. If it's able to last 30 minutes, then yeah, it's pretty big to me. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Pixel Killer, signing off. Peace. Oh, hold on 1 second. God damn it, my mouse got stuck. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Alright, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Pixel Killer, signing off. Peace. But remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course. I'm talking to probably like 3 viewers, but whatever. I like doing these videos, so I'm going to continue them. This is my channel. I'm going to do what I want on my channel. But you guys are free to suggest me games, or just something you want me to do a video about. That's it. Pixel Killer signing off. Peace.